Yes, people, welcome back to the stream. It's the Chelsea preview we've got for you. The big game tomorrow. Really excited. It's 5:30 kickoff in the UK. Really looking forward to it, as I just said. It's the return of the City boys as well. Return of Palmer. Return of Raheem Sterling. So let's hope that we can swerve them getting goals. But just about, we'll go through our team news later, what we think. We'll go through predicted lineup and score predictions and that in a bit. But first, please hit like on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hubo, it's a big game. Big game. Are we doing class as a big game still? It is a big game. People always say this to me when I say big game against Chelsea, but it is a big game.
It's revenge time. That's what it is. It's revenge time. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know for any of you who watched the Big Six, I went off last night on how much I'm sick of Chelsea and how much I dislike them and how much of an embarrassment they are. And they all came for me. All the Chelsea fans in the comments, you should have seen Big Six comments now after the stream. They're all like, oh, Hugh's this, Hugh's so arrogant, Hugh's this, that, the other. No. I'm just telling you, I hate Chelsea Football Club. I really, really do. A total embarrassment with the amount of money they've spent and how bad they are. They're a mid-table team now. Chelsea Football Club are a mid-table team now. They have been mid-table since essentially last January. So you're talking 12, 13 months of being between sort of 9th and 12th place. Total embarrassment. And when I say revenge, I mean that because that 4-4 draw at Stamford Bridge, we turned up. We were bad that day. We still scored four goals.
We were bad.
Bad. Honking. Defensively to league 4 goals to that Chelsea team. And then they celebrated that like it's a win. They were like, oh, a glorious 4-4 draw against Pep City. You know, Poch has done it, blah, 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 blah. No, fuck that. This Saturday, I'm beyond. I'm not just looking at this one like, oh, 3 points, yeah, it's important title race. But because it's against them, I want to crucify them. I want to absolutely slaughter them because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of hearing their problems. I'm sick of hearing what's wrong and too many young players and out of position players. Fuck all that, mate. You're coming to the Etihad, the home of the champions now. City need to turn up. We're 11 wins in a row. We need to turn up and lay a marker down on them and lay a marker down in the league, man.
I mean, the 4-4, like you say, we didn't play well in that game, and obviously we still got a 4-4. Defensive, we were arse. We went through that period of not being able to control games. That was very much in the height of that. It was a weird game to watch, but people will still, at the end of the season, they'll still say that like neutral fans will say about that game that it's one of the games of the season because it was just a mint back and forth. Like you can appreciate it after the fact if you can take like your blue tinted glasses off that game. But as City fans, it was disgusting because we didn't play anywhere near our standard. Now, tomorrow, we are in much better form, and I expect us to be playing at a much higher level as to what we were then. And I think we'll have too much for Chelsea. I think that 4-4 is Chelsea at their best, at us like not really great. Whereas tomorrow, I think we'll be at our best. And I don't think Chelsea at their best touches this City side.
Nah, I think you summed it up perfectly. That day was us on an off day, and it was Chelsea on a real on day. It was Chelsea performing at their best capacity. It was us playing at like 40-50%. The reality is, look, you can call it arrogant or not. We know that when Manchester City turn up at their best, we can wipe the floor of anybody. So for us, game by game, it's just a matter of approaching the game in the correct manner. We are so superior to this Chelsea team right now. They're totally in disarray. Pochettino's holding on to his job by a shoestring right now. He's losing games. He's holding on to it by the fact he's in the Carabao Cup final. They might win a game here or there against Villa or Crystal Palace, and it kind of buys him a bit more credit in the bank. They're a total shambles. They're now coming to a real place, a real fortress with a real team who's in real form. We are in real form. We're 11 wins on the bounce right now in all competitions. We just dusted Copenhagen away in the Champions League. The disrespect people are trying to put on City for beating Copenhagen as well was crazy. Just in the Big Six last night, Grizz was like, who? Rosenborg, some random team in Europe. I was like, wait, are you in the Champions League? So shush.
Yeah. Even in the random team of Rosenborg who's actually in the competition that you're not in. Bro, that's an elf on Grizz there. And Saeed, I bet he didn't speak much on it because obviously,
Saeed knows.
Yeah, of course. I bet he was zipped him about Copenhagen. He was like, I ain't saying shit.
This is man. They don't throw stones when you live in the glass house, as they say. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you're gonna throw
facts.
shade, make sure you can back yourself up. But look, regarding tomorrow, we have to expect 3 points at home. If we really expect to be in a title race and that City can go on to win a league, Chelsea in their current state come into the Etihad. We have to be going to the game going, we're going to win today. Because if you don't win games like this, you're not going to win a title. Simple as. You
Mhm.
need to beat Chelsea at home. You need to win these games. And look, we're getting closer and closer now, day by day, to this horrible month that's going to be March. March, we're all going to be sitting on the edges of our seat, feeling sick, pulling our hairs out type thing because the fixtures are not nice. We have to win these games. We've got 2 more in the Premier League up until March. Chelsea and Brentford must win to give
Yeah.
ourselves the right platform.
Well, the first half of the season, we didn't really do well against the traditional top 6 sides. We didn't get points off. I mean, they all took points off us other than United. And to go and win the league, you don't really want that. I know there's the whole thing of you need to be beating the less teams as well, like the teams that you favoured for. And there's some of there where we were sort of like Wolves. You'd favour us against Wolves, however, we lost that match. But it's these big fixtures like your Chelsea, your Liverpool, United, these big fixtures that we need to be winning. And we need to be winning these to create that gap at the top. And obviously I know that Chelsea aren't really up there, but it's still a big game. They have got quality players. Obviously it's not going the best for them. I know they've won the last 2 games. They beat Villa in their replay 3-1. They beat Crystal Palace the other day. They beat them 3-1 as well. But they did lose at home to Wolves. So there's just a little bit of inconsistency about Chelsea at the moment.
I watched that Palace game. I watched that game against Palace. They won 3-1. It wasn't a 3-1 game. Credit to them. They got their 3 points and then they got the result on the board. But for those of you in the chat, let me know if you watched the game because you'll know what I'm on about. Palace had chances. Palace could have absolutely beaten Chelsea that day, and then they conceded twice. And literally, I believe it was injury time for both goals, which let themselves down. They were on the road to a draw, and they flew forward and they left themselves exposed at the back. And Chelsea, Cole Palmer, and Enzo, whoever it was it Nkunku or Enzo scored 1, and it doesn't matter. Either way, it wasn't a 3-1 game. It wasn't convincing. That's why even Matisse from the Big Six.
I've just seen it is as well. It's Conor Gallagher scored in 90th minute +1, and Enzo scored in 90th minute +4. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. Even Matisse after that game when we were on the Big Six, and I watched a bit of his review, he wasn't happy. He knew that this was not convincing. Chelsea, they're not playing like a team that's on the right track. They're not playing like a team that's heading in the right direction. They're scraping wins, which is keeping Pochettino in a job. They're not on the right trajectory. So we have to go and stamp our authority. We are a team that's full of conviction right now. We are a team that's playing with growing confidence. So it's up to us to absolutely take the game to Chelsea, as we will, and take our chances. I think if we're clinical tomorrow, we can hit them for 4 and 5. I really do. I think they're totally in disarray. They don't have a set team. They don't have a set defense. They're playing players at a position. They're playing players in defense that aren't even defenders, and random names coming in and out. This is a team that, forget the name Chelsea and Pochettino. Look at their form. Look at their consistency. If we turn up at our best, we could slam them, absolutely dunk on them, and I hope we do.
Well, Chelsea's last game, the Crystal Palace game. Obviously, we can go off the last Prem game. They played Petrovic in net. I don't know who that is. Petrovic. Who is this? Dorde Petrovic, Serbian goalkeeper. I've never seen him done it before. Where's the standard goalkeeper? Where's Robert Sanchez in that? God knows. Anyway, they played Petrovic. They played Gusto, Disasi, Silva, and Chilwell. Fernandez, Caicedo is your 2 CDMs. Kind of with Caicedo. Jackson, Gallagher, and Madueke, and then Cole Palmer kind of up top / false 9. Which to me, even on, I'm talking not on paper, I'm talking watching these 2 teams, we are a far better team. Now this could all come back and bite us in the ass tomorrow, but I'm just going off what we've seen from City, over the past couple of weeks. We are a far better team than them. We're playing a lot better than them. We're more structured than that team. But that's just like looking at your eyes. Even on paper, we dust this team. I don't think there's a single player that had taken that. I don't think there is.
No.
I don't. None of these players would walk into City starting 11 for tomorrow. If we have our best 11 available, none of these players walk in. You can make a case for Ben Chilwell because he's an actual left back. But even then, I'd sooner have Nathan Ake.
Mm-hmm.
So I just... Obviously, it doesn't always add up like that in football. That's not the way it goes. But I think we should be massively favouring City tomorrow. Massively. Mohammed with a 2. Yes, Mohammed, mate. It says Edison needs to stop being a crackhead. Yes, Mohammed, bro. You are right. You are right in exactly what you're saying. I get it. But Edison will make mistakes. It's just the natural way that he plays. Is very risky football. And sometimes he'll do some mad shit like the pass. And honestly, he'll be fuming with himself after that. I don't see him just pulling off something like that again against Chelsea. It's not like it's a consistent thing that'll happen all the time. It's just like in rare occasions, yeah, Edison will make a mistake because of the way that he plays.
No one's perfect, man. No one's perfect. Every keeper makes mistakes. Alisson, how many mistakes a season does Alisson make of that nature? With his feet passing out from the back. So you just take the rough with the smooth with Ederson. You know what I mean? He's consistently good. Very good, Ederson. And he's so crucial to the way we play football. So you kind of make leeway and you don't get in his back too much when he makes a very clear mistake like that. Yeah, it was a massive error, massive mistake that led to us conceding, but you don't get in his back because 99 times out of 100 he plays that ball very well, and it ends up in us going on the attack. So yeah, he's a crackhead, but he's our crackhead.
Yeah, that's it. He's our crackhead. So we do have a little bit of injury news. Jack Grealish, we now got a little bit of a time frame on him from Mike McGrath. He says that it's going to be around 2 to 3 weeks with his groin injury. That's Jack Grealish, which is good when you consider he could potentially be back for Liverpool away, which is a very, very, very big fixture.
So I'm so glad that it's only kind of estimated 2 to 3 weeks. If that said like 6 to 8, I'd have been like, damn. That's really rough. He's going to miss the biggest month of the season and the kind of period where the team for the run-in starts to formulate. The team where we build up a real run of big games and hopefully win them. And Pep starts to select the team that he believes is going to carry us all the way over the line towards the end of the season. And Grealish would miss out on that. Where I still believe, even with this injury and his lack of game time recently, he's going to be imperative to any success they have this season. He really is. Like, you guys know, man, I'm a Jack Grealish fanboy, but the guy is so underappreciated. It's such an unrewarding role he plays, but it cannot be. You can't put a price on what he does, man. It's so important he's the perfect definition of there ain't no I in team. Do you know what I mean? Take one. Yeah, I think he's if happy to not get the GNA, not catch the headlines, so that the rest of the team flourishes.
I think if you take off the I hate Jack Grealish glasses for a bit, I think you can really appreciate what he does. And obviously everyone knows that me and you are Grealish fanboys anyway, so we'd say this regardless. However, for people who even don't rate Jack Grealish that much, who are City fans, I think people can appreciate what he does in this team.
Jack Grealish match worn shirt here, man. Match worn.
Oh, is it match one? Oh, I bet he sniffs that at night. He's like, what? You told me you weren't going to tell anyone.
He's my guy, man. Jack Grealish is my guy, man. I've got so much appreciation for players. Like, you can really tell who understands the game of football and who doesn't when you have the Jack Grealish debate with someone and they tell you he's shit or he's a waste of money and this, that, the other. You watch Jack Grealish, you know what he brings to the team. You understand Manchester City's style of play. Pep Guardiola, all about overloads. Overload. That's Pep Guardiola's style of football. That's what works for us. We work it from side to side. You wait for the opposition to pounce on one player, which is going to create space for the other side of the pitch. Grealish is that magnet. Grealish is the one who attracts 2 and 3 defenders at once. Boom, the other side of the pitch is free. There's more space. Get it to Rodri. He'll spray it out to Foden or Bernardo. We're through on goal. But because Grealish doesn't get the tap in or the assist for it, he won't get the same praise. 100 million. No, mate. I don't care. I think he was our 3rd most played player in the treble season.
Yeah, makes sense.
So a treble winning team. A treble winning team. And Jack Grealish is the 3rd most capped player that season. Put some respect. Respect.
Yeah. Yes, footballer Brownie, bro. How you doing, Brownie, mate? Hope you're good. Yeah, so Grealish, obviously not going to be available for this weekend. We also know that Vardiol is not available for the weekend, so you're more than likely going to see Ake playing in that left-back role because I doubt Sergio Gomez would start. Now, the other news is, speaking of Sergio Gomez, he's available. Not sure if you needed to know that or if you wanted to know that. He is available. Not like he'll play. But Bernardo Silva's going to get assessed today. So we'll know later on tonight. Obviously, Pep will know even if Bernardo Silva is fit and available for tomorrow. And Kovacic is back, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some people throwing out the rumours again. It might have been 4444 who's in the chat in another stream about Kovacic. Do you remember last time we played Chelsea? Kovacic came into a lot of stick because when they scored that penalty, there was a little bit of a hint of looking like he was gonna say, like he was celebrating. It was a little bit of a fucking get in. So it was a little bit of one of them. But I doubt it was actually that. I'd be very concerned. I'd be very, very, very concerned if he did that. I won't be back in that. I hope the Kovacic doesn't celebrate a Chelsea goal this time. Yeah, but we might actually see him play. Not really sure if he'll start. I don't think that's probably rushing him back a little bit too much, especially with the way that we've been playing with the current players. I think it's just that was just conspiracy theorists saying that. I agree, Dan Charles. I don't actually think he was. I don't actually think that he was celebrating that goal. It does look like it. It looks sus, but I don't think he was celebrating. I think it would be such a wild thing to do from a footballer to celebrate from where your other team's coming from, but. It is what it is, but we know that they're available now. So Kovacic is available, Bernardo Silva potentially, Sergio Gomez is back. You've also got Vardiol and Grealish both injured, so they're not going to be playing. But other than that, the rest of us are fully fit, which is good for us. It's good. It means that we can field a very, very strong side. Maybe he's weird saying if we fucked it potentially, mate.
See, slightly off topic. Tommy's tweeting about the Chargers. Will I read it?
Wait, right now?
Well, 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago.
Oh, yeah. I've seen more about this yesterday as well. Some Manchester United employees are now convinced that City will have the majority of their charges dropped and no serious sporting sanction imposed. I've seen something about this yesterday as well. Oh, who posted it yesterday? There's other Premier League clubs as well that are basically like, yeah, we don't think that they're actually going to get charged. Apparently, they've seen that the Premier League are getting a lot of the stuff that they've said. City do have the evidence, like we said, and a lot of it's getting pushed back. So much so that all the other teams are kind of like, yeah, they might not be guilty after all. Looking good for us, boys.
Come on. Yeah.
Bro,
okay.
Tell me more, innit? Tell me more. Come on, Tommy. Do something for me.
I was saying to my dad there that when City get cleared of the majority or all of these charges, you best believe I'm turning up here on the Big Six, wherever I go, in a 3-piece motherfucking suit, champagne bottles, fucking women everywhere, you name it. I'm gonna have
bed brass.
Yeah. I am like people think I'm arrogant on the Big Six now, because I am, because we win all the time. You ain't seen arrogant. You have not seen arrogant until we get cleared of these charges.
I think we throw a 115 charges party. You know what I mean? We'll give away 115 tickets.
You know what Joe did? Joe made for members where you can make emojis. Joe made a custom 115 emoji on the HMTV channel.
Oh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Just because everyone says it anyway.
Yeah. Take the piss out of it.
Yeah, man. That is good news, though. It's good news. I know it's a little bit of a sidetrack, but it is very good news. I seen something yesterday, but I can't remember who it was. But it was basically outlining that other clubs had seen basically a lot of these charges getting pushed back to the Premier League, which is mint, and it's what we want to see. And United will be convinced that City are going to get away with it. I mean, they're basically getting all our staff in. They've just kind of got that academy done here. They've obviously got Omar Barada. Like, if you think Omar Barada if we're getting charged, you think Omar Barada wasn't involved in it all? He's not jumping ship to get away from it. You know what I mean? He'll get his dues. It'll come back round for him.
If you think like Omar Barada is obviously involved in Man United right now, or at least he takes up his role, I believe, officially in the summer. he's still obviously talking to the people he's going to work with, and he's involved to some capacity. They've obviously had the conversation, like, what you reckon, Omar, with the charges? Like, is City going to be chill? Like, give us a bit of an insight. And Omar obviously explained to them the evidence, whatever, and was like, City are going to be chill. So that's probably why they're not an employee. They're like, damn, City are going to be all right.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? it is what it is. It is what it is. It's good news, though. It's good news. And long may this continue. Hopefully, we end up with it all being dropped and then absolutely nothing happening to us, because that'd be sick.
What I want, the ideal world is City win another treble, a back-to-back treble in June, and then that same week, charges are dropped.
Oh my God! Imagine, it'd be pure party mode. Another parade.
I think I just move over and stay with you for the week, just for a whole week.
Bro, you'd definitely be staying every week. We'd turn up on these streams pissed, like still drinking. And we're just like, yes, boys, 115. Yeah. Women just chanting, "Where's your 115? Where's your 115?" Just keep doing that. Hey. But alternatively, if it goes the other way now, we're gonna get clipped for this, like us getting gassed. So I'm not asked.
There's enough footage on YouTube of at least me and probably you as well.
There's a lot of
If we get hit and we're found guilty, I am probably you as well. Fucked.
Yeah, we get clipped to death. And it'll happen more and more times. There'll be more footage from now until the end of the season. So, and especially until that gets found out. If they had anything on you, they would have had you banged by now. The thing is, though, I think they've got to wait for this whole thing to get fully done. Because it's gone independent now. But you know what I mean. I can't wait for the day. It'll be nice, but you'll get clipped 115 times. Should we do a Predict 11?
I'll get up my my graphics.
Supreme GFX.
Graphic design is my passion.
We'll go for Predicted 11, and we'll do some score predictions in that way. Everyone get involved, but get involved in the Predicted 11 and let us know as we go for the players, which players you'd like to see in your positions. I think we'll probably all have a very similar consensus with the players that are injured, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna go out here on a whim and say that no one wants Ortega. because Edison passed it out to Copenhagen, I don't think it means that everyone is gonna beat out Edison straight away. So Edison will start definitely.
It'll be Edison. I think we owe ourselves a pat on the back as well for getting the last.
Oh, we do. We got it right. We got the whole team right last time. You know what I mean? Big pat on the back. City 115 extra. Yeah, we'll rename us to that. We'll just call ourselves 115 extra.
Yep.
Zach
So we agreeing Big Eddie's in net still?
Eddie's in net, yeah. Edison.
Ed,
100%. Kyle Walker, right back, I think is an easy one. He's been playing really well since he did that Sun interview. So it feels like he's got a clear head, and it's kind of fixed up.
Is Sterling playing left or right wing for Chelsea these days?
Well, when I was looking at the Chelsea game,
foot race between Walker and Sterling that we've wanted for years.
Oh my God! Yeah. Well, to be fair, Sterling came off the bench in the last game with Nkunku Colwill. I'm not sure if he plays left or right. Where did he play? Did he play in this game?
Chat. Where does Sterling usually play? Left or right for Chelsea?
It's left. Cole Palmer right. Sterling left.
So he's up against Kyle Walker.
So we'll get the foot race. Who's faster, Kyle or? Because Kyle Walker was adamant all these years that he was faster than everyone.
I still back Kyle to rinse him on Saturday.
After Vinny in that, bro, I back Kyle against any pacey winger.
Mbappe, man. Fucking Mbappe. You know what I mean? Walker had Mbappe.
Yeah. That was sick. That I love seeing that. When he put on the afterburners and caught up with him, it was like, yo.
Yeah, man.
He plays both right wing and left wing. His bunder's so wide. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's fair, yeah. Good analysis.
Midfield, I think, will be Diaz Stones. I'd like it to be Diaz Stones anyway.
I think it will be. I think it will be.
I don't think Akanji looked shaky his last game. I just don't think this is the right game to throw Akanji on.
And then
And then
Ake has to be
yeah,
left back, doesn't he?
Ake has to be left back. That right there is our strongest defense right now.
I agree. I agree. I think
That's the
balance,
Great Wall of Manchester right now.
it is.
Even though we still concede, but still we always concede.
I think once this back four gets a good bit of game time consecutively together, and they start to get comfortable again, and Stones is still not fully fit in my opinion. The guy was out for too long, and he's only really getting back up to speed properly now. I thought he was good the other day. Diaz is starting to look a lot better. I don't know about you, bro. I think Diaz is starting to look a lot better. He's starting to throw himself into blocks. He's starting to get physically stuck in. He looks more combative. I think
Diaz is looking really good again. He's had a weird season. He's been a bit arsed, to be honest. But that's not to say that the rest of them haven't as well. But Diaz recently, he's proper on his A game. Honestly, I swear, Kyle Walker getting all his stuff out. Ruben Diaz finishing his misses, getting his hair cut. Everyone's just got these clear mindset on City. That's what we want to see.
Tunnel vision, mate. I love the balance of this back four, and I love John Stones in possession, stepping into midfield. It just works. And that's no disrespect to Akanji. I think Akanji's a really good player for considering what we paid for him and how quickly he settled in, but he's not John Stones. John Stones at his best is just a Rolls Royce, man. He's just a super technician, reads the game so well. So keep getting minutes into John Stones, and it's these big games where he usually stands up as well. This is a big game, whether you like it or not, whether you consider Chelsea's position
huge game,
not a big game.
So midfield wise, I don't think anyone will disagree with that. Samir says this defense is unbreakable for 80 minutes of the game, which is facts. Literally 80 minutes of the game, and after that, that's when we concede. Rodri standard. We know that he's going to play. Kevin De Bruyne has to play. I think honestly, I think it's quite an easy line. The only thing that Bernardo Silva, we don't know if he's available, and if he's available, will he start? That's the thing. I don't think he'd get rushed straight in.
I think it's Alvarez.
I think it's Alvarez. I think your midfield will be Rodri, De Bruyne, Alvarez. Foden will be pushed out wide onto the right. Which, to be fair, we did see him on the right the other day as well. Yeah, and then the rest of it makes itself. Haaland up top, Foden right, and Doku left.
Haaland, Philip Walter, and Jezza. Where is he? There it is. That's our team.
That there, I think that's the Pep team. I think we could be back to back in Pep team. I think we just predicted 2 Pep lineups in a row.
Or does he do something crazy like throw Nunez in? Or Akanji?
The Akanji is the only one that I could possibly see coming in. To be fair though, to fair, Zerfa there says wouldn't want that midfield. It reminds him too much of the 4-4. We didn't have Kevin that game. However, you are right. Alvarez did dip in that game completely. Nunez could. I'm not vibing with the Alvarez midfield.
No,
I'm not vibing with it. So maybe he does just. I mean, Kovacic is fully back. He could go with Kovacic or Nunez.
I just don't fuck with Alvarez in midfield. And there's nothing against the player. I rate the player. I just don't think the position suits him.
His first touch isn't good enough.
No. People think it's hate. It's not hate, man. You're allowed to criticize a player's position and believe they play better somewhere else. He does in the box. As a fox in the box, Alvarez is up there. He's up there with some of the best in the world. He's lethal in front of goal, to be fair to him. But in terms of creativity and even just basic things like first touch and control and awareness in the midfield, he's up against. Look, I know they're not playing particularly well right now, but Enzo and Caicedo, these kind of guys, they're midfielders. They're seasoned midfielders. They know what they're doing. They know how to run midfield when they're on form. That's not Alvarez. I'd rather a bit more control, someone who'll keep the ball moving. I'd probably even go for Kovacic over Alvarez.
It's so difficult. Throw Spider on the right. We just don't see Alvarez playing on the right though. I think I fancy Bob. Would be great. I think Bob could come on in the second half. I don't think he'd play the first half. I don't think he'd start. I think that'd be a bold move from Pep to start Oscar Bob. I think basically that our option here, I'm happy with the back line. I'm happy with that. As much as I feel for Akanji, I'm happy with that back line. I think the change for me comes in that Alvarez position. So it's chat and you, obviously, and me. Is it Nunes or Cover who plays instead of Alvarez? I don't want to see Alvarez in that role.
Let's just see how this looks. How do we like the look of that? I like that, if Kovacic can give me a similar performance to what he had against Tottenham away, bullshit.
That Spurs game was unreal for Kovacic. And as well, if the thing about Kovacic that is very good is he's very press resistant. So if they're going ham at us, he can get out of tight positions. I like that.
Yeah, I like this 11 here. I
think that, I prefer that to the Alvarez one. I prefer that. Chat, what are you saying? Yes for this? I know Nunes grafts Luke Comey.
Kovacic or Alvarez in the midfield. Kovacic or Alvarez. Let's see what the chat's saying. Democracy, no dictatorship.
It'd be Kovacic, Alvarez, or it'd be what's he called? Kovacic, Alvarez, or Nunes. Yeah. Bro, my buttons. Do you know my buttons on Chrome? They don't show the actual logos. They're just white. Everything is just a white circle. So I'm just trying to do the ball, and it's just everything's a white circle. Bro, I don't know what Paul is. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, really, it makes sense. There's no point doing a poll. Covers the way.
Covers the way. Hey, yeah, let's go with cover, man.
Yeah, Cover has been more consistent than Nunes. That's no slight to Nunes either. I do think that Nunes just hasn't had enough game time, really. But I think if we need an attacking threat going forward as well, Nunes is definitely there. Cover is clearly, realistic Cover is top. Team Cover all the way. Cover says Zerfa. Raisin says Cover. Austin is Bernardo confirmed out. No, Bernardo's not confirmed out. However, he's getting assessed today. So we'll have to wait and see. I just don't know if Pep will rush him back because of how important Bernardo Silva is. Even if he's got a slight feeling in his ankle that he's a little bit hurt, but he's like, yeah, I'm okay to play. I think Pep might not risk it. But if Bernardo's fully fit, then he gets in the team, doesn't he? So
I hope he is, man. I hope Bernardo's okay. It looked nasty, the challenge he got through the night.
Yeah, this is the thing. Oh yeah, Kieran Kovacic is a bit mental. Zerfa raised a very good point. Cover means Rodri isn't doing all the defensive work by himself in midfield. He says he knows Stones will be there, but the bodies they would have could outnumber him, and it allows Stones then to drop back as well if needed, if Rodri's found out a position, and then you've got Kovacic, something that we saw very, very well against Spurs, and to be fair, when Kovacic and Rodri played together, they seem to share the number 6 role. It's not like, oh, Kovacic is always just going forward. He's the box-to-box completely. We see Rodri still get forward, and Kovacic slots into that position. I think he went for a period in the team where he didn't really know what to do. He felt a little bit lost. But when recently, anyway, the Spurs game, definitely, when Rodri was going forward, Kova was like, yeah, I'll have this. But then when Kova was getting forward, Rodri would chill a bit. And I just think it works. I think the balance of this team is nice. I think having Kevin De Bruyne in there with Rodri Kovacic is very, very good. Have we seen Kovacic and De Bruyne play together yet?
Spurs.
Surely we have.
When De Bruyne came on.
Is that it?
Did De Bruyne start against Spurs? I don't remember, but they played together there, yeah.
Pretty mad.
That'd be the only time. I mean, look, with Kovacic, he probably suffered a bit at the start of the season by not having De Bruyne there because it kind of put a bit more pressure on him to be creative, but now he can kind of just stick to what he's good at. And focus on that, keep the ball moving, ball retention, and covering areas of the pitch that need covering. Like you say, when Rodri goes forward or Rodri goes back, Kovacic can slot into wherever needs to be slotted into. So I like the balance.
One of our main issues that we had when Kovacic was playing and Kevin De Bruyne was out was the lack of creativity in the team at the start of the season. We didn't really know what to do, and because Kovacic isn't that creative, it doesn't really get you the goals either. Was a bit concerned about it, obviously, because we lost Gundo and he provided all of that in one package. But with Kevin De Bruyne in there, like you say, it eases off Kovacic's kind of need to do that, and he can just focus on his game.
I'd love Kovac to score tomorrow, man. I'd love him to score against Chelsea.
You know what I'd love him to do? Score and celebrate against Chelsea. Because of all the bullshit he had with him celebrating the Chelsea goal, to score and celebrate against Chelsea would boil piss, and it'd be mint. It'd be mint because it'd shut everyone up. If he's just celebrating hard against Chelsea. I want one of them Kovacic screamers. That's what we're waiting for. Do you remember he scored a screamer against United a few seasons back for Chelsea, and it was a proper, I think it was United, proper rocket, and I was just like, this guy can score bangers. That's what I want. That's what I want. Andrew says he's going to bet on a cover goal.
Yeah. Shirt off, jump into the south stand, go fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, Zerfa, mate. Not United. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, Sparking as well. That's the exact one I'm thinking of. The half volley against Liverpool. Sick goal, mate. Sick goal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm glad we've all come to that. It was good because obviously at first we look at it and go, yeah, and then chat kind of guides us on our way a little bit and sorts us out. Because at first I was like, Alvarez being in there, I was just like, yeah, sound. And then when you actually sit back and think about it, the Alvarez being in that position did stink that team out. So
yeah, you guys know ball, man. You guys if you know ball, hit the like button. Prove you know ball. Hit the like button.
Fact. Also, right, if we get a team right again, if this is a team tomorrow, all you lot in the chat, you can all give yourself a pat on the back like we did for last week. You know what I mean, and that is a good pat on the back. That, you know, that's a proper rewarding pat on the back.
It's nice. It is nice, to be fair.
It's nice to be loved by someone.
Right, let's do some score predictions.
Yeah, score prediction mode.
I want you to integrate your soundboard for the next preview. Like, you know, in the X Factor when they're announcing who's being kicked off, there's like that kind of tension build-up music, like doom 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 doom.
Oh yeah, the background X Factor noise. I know what you're about, and it's like we're joining the like they do like similar things on like I'm a Celeb and stuff, and they have that little like tense music where Ant and Decker are about to like announce something. Yeah, and they're Hugh Murray, it's not you. Johnny Body, it might be you. That's what we need. We need that like tense music.
Yeah.
For is it Brentford? Yeah. Brentford midweek, that preview, we're having it.
Yeah. Right. Chat, get your score predictions in. First person to guess a score prediction that's correct tomorrow, Jordy Putty will send you £100 straight after the watch along. So make sure you get them in now.
You know what I seen, right? You know, and this is obviously, it was very early, and this is no guarantee, by the way. I ain't giving no one money in it. But you know what I seen, yeah? I was watching Pitchside the other day, and they give away £100 classic football shirt vouchers, like pretty much. I think they say every month, but like they say they do it every week. But we could do like that once a month. That'd be sick. Yeah, because then it allows someone to go on classic football shirts and go and buy a top.
Well, you know, one of the two of the Donnies in classic.
Yeah, I know the Donnies at classic football shirts. So maybe we could speak to them in it, and they can be like, "Yeah, we'll sponsor some videos." Then we won't get money for it. We'll just give away shirts, because then people can get whatever shirts they want as well, which I think would be a good idea. That giving back to the community in that.
Sick idea.
Right then, how are you feeling about it?
I feel really good about it. I was confident in the Big Six. I'll give you my score prediction. I'm going to give you the exact same one I said in the Big Six, and I believe 4-0 Manchester City.
Oh shit, that is a big one. 4-0. I'm trying to see. Andrew Lopez says, I saw Pep's press conference, maybe a nice little 4-0. Zerfa there says 3 or 4-0. I'm with Matthew French and Kieran as well. 3-1. I'm in 3-1 mode. Jamaican Ponchard 3-1. Kevin Tate 3-1. Samir 3-1. I think 3-1 because I just don't. We always concede in it. So I think 3-1 would be good. 3-1. 7-0 Don Trolliers. Come on, mate.
That's correct, bro. You got a pat in the back.
Yeah. I'll send you £100. I'm at 6-0 tomorrow. I'm like, please don't score, please.
I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose everything.
I mean, he says 2-2. I called it. Nah, surely not another draw. Bearded Monster says 5-1. Chelsea are defensively weak. Yeah, they are. They are. That's why I think. But I think 3-1. I'd love it to be a high scoring game though, like a 4 or 5-0.
Yeah, we're due to thump someone, like absolutely batter someone. We haven't done that in a while, like, or we hit someone for 4 or 5, have we? So it comes. I think a lot of it comes down to Haaland, man. If Haaland has his shooting boots and he's feeling himself, like I know he lost a grandparent last week, didn't he? So it was probably a tough week for him and his family. So
Yeah.
look, if he's feeling back to himself and he gets those shooting boots on laced up, could be a long day for anybody. Hopefully Chelsea.
3 of our last 4 fixtures have been 3-1. Bro, we love 3-1s. Kieran's there. That's why I checked it then, Kieran, mate. He says our favourite scoring every game this season. Yeah, there are a lot of 3-1s, you know. I reckon 4-4, says Buddy. Nah, but it won't be another 4-4. It's not going to be that. City will want control of this game, and we've got players like Kevin De Bruyne in there. I think we will. And I think if we start Kovacic over Alvarez, I think that offers you more control in that midfield as well. Yeah. We don't want to get overrun in that mid.
We're also just a better team now than we were back in
much
November.
Better team. We look more sure of the ideas.
We've improved, man. We've gone up another gear or two since we played Chelsea last time. Like we agreed on at the start of the stream, they caught us on a bad day, a bad period back then.
Yeah, they were at they were at the best. They were peak Chelsea. We were like shit City.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we finish, just a few stats for you pre-game, which some people like stats, some people don't. Some people see it as a jinx. But City have won 6 of their last 8 Premier League home games against Chelsea. We've only lost 2, obviously. Keeping a clean sheet in 5. So we kept a clean sheet in 5.
Stage there where for some reason I was going to Chelsea home and away every season there, and I just felt like we were beating them every time. Like every time.
Yeah.
And De Bruyne would always score. Always. So, Kev, tomorrow.
Check this. Chelsea have kept just 1 clean sheet in their last 19 Premier League meetings with City. It was a 2-0 home win in 2018 under Sarri.
Stinky stat. Stinky stat.
Mad.
For them.
Crazy. Yeah, the other stats are pretty much just dead stats. But it's good to see. Looking forward to it. Obviously, we've got the watch along tomorrow as well. That'll be at 4:30. We'll start that.
Ollie Ball there, yeah.
Ollie Ball is there. Ollie Ball here.
You two have to do an intro like that.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
We do.
Like you have to. He has to have his chair turned around like that, and you have to go, "It's a murder on the dance floor," and then he turns his chair around and go, "You better not kill the groove, DJ. It's Ollie Ball here."
I reckon he'd do it. Maybe that's what we'd. Yeah, right. Tomorrow, stay tuned. We've got the guest Ollie Ball. Should I put him on the thumbnail? Actual Ollie Ball though, not Ollie.
You're doing Ollie Ball.
Instead of the 2 managers. What do you say?
He's from your ends, Ollie Ball, isn't he? He's Bolton.
Yeah, he is. He's from around my ends. But yeah, watch on tomorrow, so we'll have more content for you then. Everyone, hope you enjoy your weekend and that. We've got set production is underway for a new bigger set. Like it's still in here, but maximizing space because at the back here you can see even here it's just chaos. So a new set is being built, which should be starting this weekend, and it'll be good because then we can open up the avenues back for City Extra podcasts. We can get guests in, and more than just like one at the moment. Obviously, when it's just me and like if Hugh came over and wanted to do a watch along, and Ollie was doing the watch along, there'd be no room. However, the new set allows for that room, so we can have 3 people watch alongs. We can expand and do bits. which is exciting times.
Yeah, a new set because I take up too much space when I'm over there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's too big, man. You know what I mean? The guy's 6'5" for a start, and them arms, man. You know what I mean? I'm like this. I'm like the awkward girlfriend at the end of the bed. Yeah. He goes in sideways to fit in. Freddie watch along. Nah, I think we'd still struggle to get Freddie on. But yeah, I appreciate everyone. Unless you got anything else that you want to go through, bro.
Nope.
No, all good then. The time for talking is done. Until tomorrow. Until tomorrow, an hour before kickoff, we'll go through team news and that. Big ups to everyone. Make sure you like the video. If you're watching this back on a replay, let us know what do you think of our team, because last time we got it right. I think it's a baller team that we put up. It's a baller team. So big ups to everyone. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And me and Mr. Murray, I'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.